We suddenly have a wide-open race for the top seeds in the AFC and NFC with 2 weeks to go.
The Seahawks, they are now in the driver's seat for the 1 seed in the NFC.
Now, before we begin, we'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday Season. Now, how about we dive into our Week 17 edition of the 2025 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 32. The Raiders actually put up a fight for once and gave the Red Hot Texans a run for their money, but it wasn't to be. Hey, don't mope yet, Raiders fans. Your team hosts the Giants on Sunday, and that game could decide who gets the first overall pick. Number 31, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 30. Remember when the Giants' pathetic on-field product was Brian Dable's fault? That was funny. The Giants dropped their 9th straight game. There are 2 silver linings to the Giants losing on Sunday, though. 1, a higher draft pick, and 2, their miserable 2025 season is a week closer to ending. Number 30, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 29. The Browns' D and ground game kept it surprisingly close against the Bills, but Shedeur Sanders had 2 costly interceptions and missed some big throws in a 23-20 loss. Browns fans probably want their 3-12 team to lose so they can secure a high draft selection. Number 29, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 31. We know this year's Chiefs are nothing really special, but it was pretty nice to see Cam Ward roll with 228 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. The Titans haven't had this much to celebrate this year, so hey, take a win however you can get them. Number 28, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 27. In a game between 2 NFC bottom feeders, it was the Cardinals who came up short against the banged-up Falcons. Arizona will likely finish 3-14. That would tie their fewest wins in a season since the 2018 squad that finished last in the standings before using the number 1 pick on Kyler Murray. Number 27, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 27. The Jets had a good opportunity to get back in the win column against a 4-win New Orleans Saints team, but instead, the Jets made the Saints look like bona fide Super Bowl contenders in a humiliating 29-6 blowout loss. Then again, are Jets fans really that upset? Number 26, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 26. The Commanders were always gonna be big-time underdogs against the Eagles. I mean, when Marcus Mariota left the game with an injury that forced Josh Johnson into the mix, yeah, I'm pretty sure the game was just over right then and there. At this rate, they may as well just keep losing and try to secure the highest possible draft pick. Number 25, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 25. After Sunday's dismantling of the Jets, New Orleans extended its winning streak to 3. The Jets aren't world beaters, but hey, every win has to feel pretty dang good in a rebuilding year. The guys are clearly buying into Kellen Moore's culture. Number 24, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 24. The Bengals finally got back in the win column with an absolute shellacking of the Dolphins on Sunday. Yeah, too little too late for Zach Taylor's group, but perhaps more MVP-like performances from Burrow will remind Cincy that they need to actually spend money and properly rebuild the roster around him. Number 23, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 23. In a year where almost nothing has gone right, the Falcons can take solace in back-to-back road wins with second-string QB Kirk Cousins. I mean, it counts for something. At least the Falcons are showing some fight down the stretch. Number 22, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 21. To sum up just how bad the Chiefs season has gone, well, QB1 and QB2 each suffered season-ending ACL tears in a span of 7 days. Hey, what can you do? It's just not Kansas City's year. Number 21, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 20. The Cowboys went from saving their season with 3 straight wins to flushing their season down the toilet with 3 straight losses. The Eagles locked up the division with a win over Washington. So for the first time since 2019/2020, Dallas will miss the playoffs in consecutive years. Number 20, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 19. Switching to Tagovailoa for Quinn Ewers did nothing to reverse the fortunes. The Dolphins are just a below-average team, as evidenced by a 45-21 blowout loss at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. That humiliating loss clinches a second straight losing season in South Beach. Number 19, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 18. Philip Rivers' return has been a fun story and all, but, well, the Colts are done. A humiliating 48-27 blowout loss to the 49ers in prime time is practically the dagger. Number 18, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 16. Ooh, the Bucks are in trouble, folks. They lost another coulda, woulda, shoulda game to the Panthers with first place on the line. Now losers in 6 of their last 7, it's sure becoming hard to think that they'll win a 5th straight division crown. Number 17, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 22. Despite losing J.J. McCarthy with a hand injury in the second quarter, the Vikings did just enough to hold on for a 16-13 win over the Giants in a defensive slugfest. 3 straight wins for Kevin O'Connell's Vikings, who can still salvage a winning season if they close out with home victories over Detroit and Green Bay. Number 16, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 15. Yeah, that sums up the 2025 Ravens pretty well. Lamar Jackson leaves the game with an injury. The defense coughs up a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. Zay Flowers fumbles with the game on the line, and, well, the more that stays the same with this year's squad. The Ravens are now on life support with 2 weeks to go. Number 15, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 14. Aaron Rodgers still owns the Lions. Some things just never change. The Lions left it too little too late in a heartbreaking 29-24 loss to the Steelers. Losers in 3 of their last 4, the Lions have to win out now and hope that the Packers lose their final 2 games in order to make the playoffs. Number 14, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 17. Carolina got it out a nail-biting 23-20 win over Tampa to put itself in the driver's seat for the NFC South. It hasn't always been pretty for Dave Canales' squad, but they turned it on in the second half while the Buccaneers have inexplicably collapsed. Number 13, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 13. Pittsburgh's heart-pounding win over Detroit clinched a 22nd straight non-losing season, and it put them a step closer to winning the AFC North. Credit where it's due. The Steelers have woken up with 3 straight wins since that humiliating home loss to Buffalo. Number 12, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 10. Well, I think we've officially hit panic time in Green Bay. In a collapse reminiscent of their 2014 NFC Championship game loss to the Seattle Seahawks, the Pack blew a double-digit point lead because they botched a routine onside kick recovery. Yeah, they probably win that game with Jordan Love, but man, you gotta close out games when you have a 99% chance of winning. Number 11, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 12. The Eagles had a little issue taking care of the banged-up Commanders to clinch a 2nd straight NFC East Division crown. Inexplicably, they're the first team to win the division in consecutive years since 2004. Number 10, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 11. It should not have been this close, but the Texans did just enough to finish off the lousy Raiders at home for a 7th straight win. And, you know, at this point in the season, you just take every win however you can get them. Number 9, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 9. The destruction of the Cowboys and a Broncos loss to the Jaguars has suddenly given LA hope for the AFC West Division crown. They just need to win their last 2 games, which, well, is easier said than done, with Houston and Denver on the schedule to close out the regular season. Number 8, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 8. A tremendous comeback and statement win. Caleb Williams' game-winning dart to DJ Moore was his official "I'm him" moment. The Bears have the NFC North right in their grasp. And to think, the season was supposedly over when they dropped their first 2 games. Number 7, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 7. A big-time statement was made by the Jaguars on Sunday. All they did was come into Denver and crush the AFC's top dogs 34-20, without any real issue, too. Chalk this one up as one of the biggest regular season wins in franchise history. Number 6, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 6. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but the Bills barely got it out a tight 23-20 road win in Cleveland. They did not get the help that they needed from Baltimore against New England, but the AFC East is still a mathematical possibility here. For now, the focus is on the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. Number 5, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 5. The 49ers spoiled Philip Rivers' first home game in 5 years with a 48-27 blowout victory under the Monday Night Lights. So, the formula is pretty simple here. Win out, and the top seed is theirs. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 2. Just when you think the Rams are about to escape Seattle with a victory and cement themselves as the team to beat, they inexplicably unravel in a shocking 38-37 overtime loss. The Rams have endured horrific fourth-quarter meltdowns in each of their 4 losses this season. Number 3, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 1. Hey look, you can argue that the Broncos were due for a loss, but that was one awfully uninspiring effort in a loss to Jacksonville that has you wondering if they're really the AFC's scariest team. Number 2, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking 3. Hey, Christmas came early for Patriots fans, alright. How about a Broncos loss and a big-time comeback win over the Ravens on primetime to clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2021. Number 1, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking 4. See, Sam Darnold can win the big game. Once in a while, at least. In what might go down as the game of the season, Seattle pulled off a stunning overtime comeback against the Rams on Thursday night to claim the top spot in the NFC. Yeesh, what a statement by Mike McDonald's group. But hey, what changes would you make to our power rankings? Who do you think is the top team right now? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.